Good evening, all. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for Wednesday, and we're sitting here now at the 4th of June, 2025, 5:25 p.m. Central Time. So in the metal markets, we're running into some resistance against the 3,400 level in the gold market. The silver has done a wonderful job of getting a huge rally this week and holding on to most of it. Copper staying well bid, and as you know, I explained to you why that loss out of the Congo of potentially 80 to 240,000 metric tons this year of copper. That's an important number. I don't know where it's going to all fit in, but there's a loss, and whether it's the high end, low end, don't know. If you look at the energy markets, we still have cool weather. So natural gas is one of these markets. At the moment we hear in the Midwest and the East Coast that it's going to go soaring into the 80s and 90s, that'll be it. But I just checked the weather, and through midweek next week, we are, I know in the Chicago area, 60s and 70s. This is highly unusual, but cool weather means you're not burning as much of that natural gas as you might in other times. The Challenger Group's going to release their May plan job cuts, and that's going to come out at 6:30. Now, while we're on that, ADP tonight, the private placement jobs, only 37,000 new jobs. They were looking for over 100,000. So that's the first, maybe, inkling that something's not right in the jobs market. We haven't seen that in other reports, so don't overread it. And don't do yourself the harm of trying to extrapolate ADP into Friday's U.S. jobs report. That generally doesn't work well. The U.S. first quarter revised non-farm productivity, that'll come out at 7:30. Jobless claims, we get that every week. They're due at 7:30. They're looking for about 230,000, 236. April trade balance, that's for April. It's always back looking. That's at 7:30. And we're going to get the European Central Bank monetary policy announcement. It takes place around 7:15. It's widely expected that the bank will get a quarter-point cut. The big question, I think, on everyone's mind, is Christine Lagarde going to hang around in that presidency of the European Central Bank, or is she going to move on to the WEF? She's getting another offer. This woman is beyond bright. And the question is, does she think she's done all she can in this role? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see who comes on next. I'm just so used to having her around. All right. So as we take a look now at the metals, why don't we take a look also at bonds and notes, which had a huge rally today. So as soon as that ADP number came out, the market went from A to Z. That's it. Tariffs are hurting, and you went soaring in the futures, which means yields went crashing down, and they did. It's the biggest one-day move we've had in a while. Keep your eye on Bitcoin, still not coming to life just yet. When we look at the gold market, if the market finished just like this for the week, you're up 2.5%, and you'd have a new all-time high closing price. So it's interesting, whether it'll hang there or not, can't tell at this point. Here's what I can tell you. You have a market that has sort of run out of steam. That doesn't mean it's out of its bull trend. I'm not saying that. But what it's all of a sudden done is you've had now 4 days of just hanging in, and I am including in that fourth right now, where we're looking with the market down 1.9 at 339, at 3,397. When we take a look at the action, you've got higher lows and higher highs. That is bullish. The support of the market's 33.18, but that's $80 lower. I'm not certain what would cause it to drop that much. When we look at the Bollinger Band, you got up close to it earlier in the week, but you didn't hit it, and you're just sort of hanging right here now, and you're overbought. Overbought conditions, the way if I built an algorithm for trading, it would say you don't put on new positions when you're overbought. You define the overbought. I define it as any reading in the slow stochastic over 70, but remember, my slow stochastic numbers won't match yours, and that's because I changed the formula inside of it, not the 3 and 5 day that you look back. That's not what I did. I went into the formula and made a change. If you're a subscriber to my morning subscription or full subscription parts, just write me and I'll send you the formula. I won't go into your computer to change it. You can do that. When we look at the gold-silver ratio, silver's still gaining on gold to a degree. It would have to get over 98.60 on the ratio to say it's losing to gold. And as you can see, silver staying near that upper Bollinger Band. So as I started this off saying, is silver the undervalued metal now? If you embed here, I know it sounds wild, but it would be time for silver to catch up to gold and start moving on that. That's something I'm watching. I'm not saying it's there yet, but boy, I'm smacking my lips going, it's just overbought, it's against the Bollinger Band, but what if it embeds? And if it embeds, I think you got higher prices. Certainly going for these highs would be a target that I'd have in mind. In the copper market, you're not backing off, just overbought. It too, like the silver, is just hanging at that upper Bollinger Band. So the metals aren't giving up any of this rally that they've had. I get the fundamentals here. I don't quite see it yet in the silver market what those fundamentals are, other than is it just time for silver not to stay at near 100 ounces to an ounce of gold? That's about the only thing that I'm questioning. In the platinum, we've had a correction. You did not make it to the lower Bollinger Band when you lost the bullish embedded reading. You also haven't made a new high in the market. What the market will probably do is wait for this average to keep rallying and on a minor break not have to break that much in order to hit it. I'm wrong in that concept if you make a new high for this whole move. In the dollar, this dollar's scary. And I'm thinking that what could make silver and other metals come alive is if you start making new contract lows in the dollar. What the market is in essence saying is people don't want to buy the dollar. They probably don't want to buy our treasuries. And this market could be on another leg to the downside. If it is, I know it sounds crazy, but I think you'll go under the 92 level at that point. So that is something I very much have on my mind. I am definitely not in the bull camp on that. Now, one of the ways you can keep up with what I do is joining me in my morning spider and futures market videos. What I do is, in the morning, I start at 6 in the morning recording this video. It's not on YouTube, it's just for my subscribers. Buy here, sell there, do this, do that. Here's your stop. Here's where you work with the market. I cover in both the 40 charts plus, all right? And that's each day. That is Monday through Friday morning and one on the weekend. So it's education, it's ideas of what to do, it's stock indices, it's everything that I can think of there. You get access to my daily numbers, you get my special reports, and I'm looking to do another special report. So my morning spider video, for those of you that want it, but while you're at it, we have a combo offer right there, which ties together the futures and this market. Go to iraepstein.com. Under the word research, it's all there for you. I'm Ira. Have yourself a great evening. Watch the other videos, and I'll catch up with you in the morning as well. Take care.